Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. I'm your host Captain Awesomeness, and today I'm back again at Boss Pro Karting after doing league night Wednesday night with them. And I gotta tell you, I'm still reeling back from the experience there, and it was amazing. I mean, I had a good time with it. It was definitely very different than what high voltage karting has, in that it was a lot more of a close contact race. I'm not gonna say it was a contact race, but there were times where we were touching people, and the rules were very different than what I'm used to seeing at high voltage or even at some other tracks. For example, at high voltage, let's just compare them. If you tapped somebody more than once from behind, they were bound to actually move away to let the faster driver through. But that also has to do with the fact that that track is narrower and here it's a much wider track. So here, even if you tap somebody multiple times, they don't have to move. And I kind of thought it was okay. I mean, I didn't disagree with it, but I also felt a little different about it, that's for sure. But one way or the other, I mean, it was still a good time. So that was the main part of it all. Anyway, I am actually back now. Apparently, right before I got here, there was a power outage over here at Boss, but it doesn't look like to be the case at the moment. So I'm just waiting on them to tell me that I'm good to go, and I'm gonna do a few sessions here. I am trying to basically hit a good lap time of at least 24.248, I think is what I've done. Maybe it was something else. Honestly, I keep forgetting between here and high voltage, but I know it was 24.4. There you are. So if I can get in the 24.4 again with the current track conditions where it's kind of cold, that'd be great. But anyway, looking forward to it. I am going to get on a go-kart as soon as I can. So I'll see you guys right after I'm done with my session. All right, guys, after doing however many sessions I did, I happened to do pretty okay, it looks like. So at first, when I came to the track, I realized that there were a couple things going on. There was like a huge event, like a corporate event going on, and as a result of that, I had to wait quite a bit for my turn. So that wasn't that much of an issue, but of course what it did for me as an advantage was that every time that this huge group would go and race, it would actually get rid of all of that powder that the staff was laying down on the double hairpin portion of the track. And that was beneficial to me because what it did is that even though there was still some slip, the slip factor wasn't enough to where it would slow me down around the hairpins, and it helped more with a lateral acceleration instead of a sideways, or was it a straight way? Whatever. But that was a good part. So what I was noticing that with my lap times was that I was hitting 24s, like in the high 24.9s. I was kind of stuck on 24.8 for a while. And then in the very last race, after talking to one of the staff folks here, Dylan, by the way, who is an excellent person to talk to if you want to really get serious about learning, hey, what kind of mistakes you're making. You know, he's a good second set of eyes to actually consult with, as is the other staff as well. It's just that I kind of like him because he's a little bit more technical, and that's okay with me, you know. I mean, there's that other guy Joseph as well, who's also pretty good. So anybody you want to talk to, you should definitely talk to about, hey, you know, tell me what can I do better. So that's the idea behind it. Anyway, so after talking to Dylan for a little bit about what I was doing, one of the things that he pointed out was that as I come into the slidey part of the double hairpin portion, I was braking too hard, and that was causing the cart to slow down significantly. So he asked for me to take it a little bit wider and tap the brake and then come around, and indeed that also felt different. So being stuck at 24.8, I then all of a sudden did a best lap time of 24.583 in the very last lap. Like, I was doing 24.6s, I think a couple of times, so it turned out to be the perfect formula. So I enjoyed it. Yeah, it's not 24.4 that I've done before, but I mean, I'm not really going to cry over a tenth of a second. Consistency. So remember that word, because what that does for you is that it tells you, you look at your individual lap times. I have this standard. So if I am within a tenth of a second in each lap, that tells me that I am doing pretty good. So say, for example, I hit 24.8 consistently, but then I go up to 24.9, and then I'm at 24.7. That window is pretty good. I would say that once you establish that consistency, though, that's when you can start to look at where you need to make your improvements, and that's going to be ever more important as and when you all start to get serious about racing. So I, again, had a great time. I love coming out to both of these tracks at Boss and at High Voltage. That's all I got for you guys today. Hope you enjoyed this session, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.